Well, I was right, and I wasn't the only one. Yeah, it's Froggy Thor, but it's not the comic. It is going to be three statues: uncommon, rare, and ultra rare. Blind box drop. That is awesome. That is cool. That means anybody can get any one of the threes for one price. Probably $89 for the drawing the box. I don't know. I'll find out more. I don't have the numbers yet or the um, price for it. It will be out later, or somebody else has it already, but I'll have it later on. Um, Red Sanja over here on Terra Virtue. They have sold out, as I mentioned earlier, on the 100 2D one, which is right here. That's sold out, and there's only 100 of them. And the auction, the ones that are going now, they're all high numbers, of course. Nobody's getting rid of the low mints, but they're going for 2,000 and up. I think 500 on one of them. That's the minimum bid to get in on it. So this is if you got one of these, if you saw my video, or I think the VeVe, one of the other videos that I watched is what brought it to my attention. You did good. I think this is going to be a really good buy. But hey, you haven't missed out totally. There's only thousands of these, and we know that 1,000 is rare, and they're only $6.99. And they're currently at 230, so they got 770 left. Come pick one up. It's $6.99. Get the lowest mint you can buy. Okay? And they've got some other stuff on here too. Now, I know they're not on VeVe, but I'm keeping an eye on this stuff because these are comic books. And I've also want to compare on how these other platforms do compared to VeVe. VeVe's even blowing them away. They've only got 4 or 5 main licenses right now, where it was just announced today. VeVe has 80% of their licenses you haven't even heard of yet that they've already locked up. What we see today on VeVe as of right today, that's only 20% of their licenses. 20%. So there's another 80% that we don't know about, that they've got it locked up coming on to VeVe. So this is what I found closest to VeVe. And it's only got 4 licenses that I know of. Maybe it has a dozen. I don't know. But I still think I'm not a financial advisor. Listen to me, own risks. This is for entertainment purposes only. But why not pick up for $6.99 an item there's only 1,000 of? I would, if I was you, if you can swing it. They take credit cards. So you can just like VeVe, you can come over here, do it if you want. Now I had this guy, JP. For the love of God, don't use CoinMarketCap. The info is wrong. Use CoinGecko. Okay, so let's go over to CoinGecko. And he's right. It's at 87, not 211. And its market cap is over $1 billion now. Okay, and it's up 42% for the week, 11% for the day, 2% in the last hour. Looking good, looking real good. This is still listed at 211. I don't know how they're figuring that out, except by maybe the circulating supply. They might have 2 different numbers. I'm going to keep an eye on both, just for the just to compare it. But this definitely is where I believe it isn't going to be for long. I believe it's a top 10, and it's going to happen quick, because what I just found out today is that the collectibles is a side goal of VeVe. It's not even their main goal. What they've got planned is even bigger than the collectibles. It's just something they're doing on the side as they're building this multiverse with houses, land. And I mean, I'm the more I find out about it, it's hard for my mind to get a wrapped around it, because these guys really have a game plan like none other, and they're everybody's who's Somebody in the collectible market is in on it. And Disney, do you think for a second Disney would attach their name to this and loan out their $1 billion licenses to somebody who didn't know what they were doing? So, again, more good news. I've got a couple guys I want to shout out. I haven't been getting all of the messages. If you haven't, I'm not responding because I don't get them. And when I go to the videos, they're not here. But TW commented just stocked up on 10 Journey and the Mystery. I think that's an excellent buy at $13 a piece. He might have got them cheaper. They're now at 14, but that's easily a $30 common right now. And you know how I feel about the commons. The commons are, I'm looking at them in 5 years, $1,000 or more, no problem. Okay. Do you have a price prediction for the Fantastic Four? Yeah, I do. And it's going to be now they did do a 60,000 run, so it's the higher end of the mints, but you're still talking this. I think the secret rare is up to 8, so I'm looking at it to be half the price of what the highest other ones are. So as of today, as we speak, the Human Torch, the Marvel comic, the first one they dropped right here, this guy is on sale. The cheapest you can buy it is $40,000. The next one's $49,000. I think they either sold 3 of them today or 3 people took it off the market. That's more valuable now than, or as valuable as Bitcoin in just less than 2 months. And remember how people are always telling you, and I'm a crypto lover. I've been in crypto for a couple years now, 2-3 years. But what you do hear all the time, Bitcoin is rare. Bitcoin is rare. That's why it's so valuable. How many of these are there that's even available? Right now, like 36. They go on and on about how many people are holding and staking Ethereum. 80% of all Ethereum is staked. Well, you only got 36 people out of 600 that's even willing to post it for sale. And of those 36, most of them are asking for over $1 million. Let that sink in. And these are going to, I'm saying 50% roll is easy math on this one. So if this is going for 50 or 40, the ultra rare will eventually be 20. Right now it's only 1,000. So I hope I'm entertaining you because that's what I'm in. This is not financial advice, but I really think the ultra rare is a third to the half a price, no problem eventually. So and don't forget, the faster these goes up, they will come down type thing. So you're going to see some dips, but I really think, I'm starting to think this might be worth $1 million before the end of the year. And that, you knows what that would mean for these. And you know what it means for you asked about the Fantastic Four. What does that mean for the Fantastic Four if this one's at $1 million? Your guess is as good as mine. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. The ultra rare is already at that's Thor. The ultra rare is already at 500. Between 4 and 500, it's bouncing around in, and I think it's up to 8,000, 6 to 8,000 the last time I checked. I know it's over 5. And Spider-Man's, they're all doing good. You can't mess up on anything you buy. It just won't do as good as the others. Maybe that's the worst complaint you can have. But and I got some news for you here. Remember how I've been harping on this one right here, the secret rare of that's the secret rare of Marvels, which is this one, and the common's only going for $10 right now. Might be less. That's a sleeper right there. You grab the commons at $10. Easy investment to make. And I'm not a financial advisor. Remember that. But this one, all of a sudden, sometime today, between the last time I looked at it and now, jumped almost $1,000. And remember, I've been saying I think this is going to be labeled as the first appearance of Captain America. I don't have any proof of that yet, other than the first appearance in comics, because the actual first appearance of Captain America is the Marvel. What do you call it? The not the statues, but the collectibles. Mighty Marvels. That is the official. Disney's agreed on that, and so has VeVe. But as far as the official first comic uh, showing, it's I think it's going to be this one because he's in this comic. In fact, I think they did it on purpose. He's on the cover. That cover is the very last page of this comic, or the second to last page. The last page is a photo. So on the other side, it has other superheroes from way back in the 30s. So that's the first appearance for all those guys in comics, which that's multiple first appearances. So this guy might be a super sleeper, and bypass a lot of these other ones. Journey into Mystery, House of X, 50,000. The Hulk, and I think this one's going to be 30. I think they're going to keep them at 30, 35,000. Now, the other, again, the rare, the more valuable it's going to be on anything. On anything. Now, the Avengers drop, and I know why they did it. I don't have proof of it, but they did it because that's their new villain, and they want everybody talking about it. And if you make it as rare as you can on the biggest platform that everything's skyrocketing, it's only at 12,000, the secret rare. That thing's easily the same price as this guy, which is down here, or yeah, right here. Okay, so anybody with the Avengers, any of the Avengers, is big time. The commons, the uncommons. There's only 10,000 of them total, and I'm pretty sure that's the rarest comic run they have so far, and it's cheap and it's lower than a lot of collectibles. Most collectibles are over, well, yeah, 10 to 30 maybe. So look, you can't go wrong in here. If all you look, I don't have the money for stuff like this, but I was able to get in on the commons. I've gotten a couple uncommons, and I've been able to buy some at really cheap prices. And like the rest, most of us were out of money. So it's like, you love the fact they're dropping all the time, but for $6.99, that's the way you want to invest, because that $6.99 is going to probably triple in money the second you spend it. It's already a $20 comic, a $50 comic, whatever, and it could be thousands depending on if you get the secret rare. Okay, I'm going to go down this list of info. I got this off of other YouTubers. I got this off of Median. Median.com is something you can subscribe to. And I'm just going to go down the list real quick. Okay, number one, OMI versus collectibles. I didn't have a whole lot of money. I don't have any OMI right now, but I feel like my money is doing better in collectibles, because it basically is OMI, because you have to transfer it into OMI to get the cash out. So, but I think the gains right now, at least right now, and maybe for the foreseeable future, is in the collectibles. So I want to get all worked up. If you don't own a lot of OMI, I would be putting the money in the collectibles and the comics, especially the comics. Now, don't forget that, everybody's like, oh, everybody's ignoring the collectibles. Captain America, 2 days ago, ultra rare was, or the secret rare was, the statue was $700. I was this close to buying one. One of my watchers even sent me on YouTube and said, keep an eye on the Captain America statue. That was like a week ago. Well, some reason yesterday it went up to 3,000. It's now down to 2,500. The Mighty Marvels, the Fantastic Four, and the Captain America ones have all shot up. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. And I noticed when the secret rares have shot up today on most of them, and the commons go real cheap. So when something else is skyrocketing and everybody's looking at it, why don't you go looking and find yourself some good $10 buys? 20, if you got $50, find a good uncommon and get the best one. Look at all of the uncommons and buy the best uncommon you can get. Any rare under $100 right now is an incredible buy. Any ultra rare under 200, if there is any, is an incredible buy. And probably under 300 at this point, maybe even 500. So anyway, Next one. Um, there's NFTs with IPs and NFTs without IPs. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to pass it on to you. VeVe is IP. Okay, it's more secure. It's more proof from what I was understanding, but IP is more valuable, and that's what we are. Now, some changes have come to the drops. When you click the button, they've separated the timer and the buy now button. And I think it's starting either in the tomorrow's drop or Saturday's, which, by the way, Saturday's Froggy Thor. That's a Saturday drop. Tomorrow is the Captain America Sam Wilson drop. The buy now button is now seen by everybody at all times. It's took, you had to do all these tricks to get to that early. They've cut that out. Everybody now starts on the same playing field. But here's the difference. From what I read, when you click the buy now, a CAPTCHA box is going to pop up, and you got 90 seconds to solve it. And let me tell you something. These CAPTCHA boxes can be a pain in the ass because it'll want you to find. There's 9 boxes usually, and they'll want you to find every one that's a boat. And good luck at trying to make out what some of those boxes are. It won't look nothing like a boat. And guess what happens if you don't get them correctly? It shoots you back out, or it makes you redo it, which is what? Wasting time. But it's going to keep people from getting multiple. If they do it every time you do it, I'm not clear on that. But that is coming, and it should be in the next drop or the one after. Okay? Now, listen very closely to this. Because of that 90-second rule, keep hitting the buy now for at least 2 minutes into the drop. Because what happens if somebody doesn't have enough gems, if it doesn't go through, if they fail the CAPTCHA, it goes back into the drop. So if somebody got a secret rare, but they couldn't do the CAPTCHA, that goes back into the, or their spot anyway. I don't know if that at that point they've already determined which one, probably not. But my point is, 2 minutes after the drop, you could still end up getting one if you stick with it. Okay? I hope I made that clear. Do not read your comics. Stop reading them until we find out if this is true. There's rumors going around that VeVe, if you read your comics, you're going to get a green check mark. And it's going to make your pieces, comics, less valuable. They're going to, if you look at it through AR, which doesn't make any sense to me, but until we verify this, stop reading your comics. Now, I think in all fairness, VeVe would give us all a grace period because I've read all my comics. And if that's true, then I've lost value in the comics I got. But I don't see any green check marks on them. But this is coming. Or it might be coming. I found out this today listening to Cavell. Okay, go listen to Cavell's drop. He's had like 8 today. Go. He's on fire. He's as excited about this as anybody is, and he's been with it from the beginning. Go listen to him, and he's listening to one of the members who's trying to insinuate that might be what's going on. So until we verify that, quit doing the AR and quit reading the comics, because it might cause your comic to lose value if it gets registered as it's been read, which makes no sense to me. The whole point we're buying these is for that exact reason, but this is just giving you the heads up, okay? Movies, concerts, music, musicians, authors, all coming to VeVe. It's all getting digitalized. VeVe is now close to 1 million downloads. Closer to 1 million than not. Don't have the exact number. That's why you're having a hard time getting one of these comics, especially if there's only 30,000. Oh, every time we buy something with gems, the same amount is burned with OMI. I'm starting to see signs about OMI that is potentially, it's going to make it deflationary. and definitely in the top 5. Remember, there's a max on the OMI. They don't keep making them like Doge. They don't keep mining them. There's a cap. I think it's 750 trillion. And if every time somebody buys something, they're burning the same amount in OMI, you're like, well, how they're going to run out of OMI? No, because the less OMI, the higher the price goes. The higher the price on OMI goes, the less they burn. So they're never run out of OMI, but it will make it more scarce and more valuable. So this whole thing is set up to just make money. The whole thing is. VeVe, now this is a rumor, okay? VeVe might not be going to OpenSea. Comey might become its own OpenSea or make their own. I've heard several different people talk about it. Nothing official, but I don't know. Everybody's always said OpenSea will not validate VeVe. VeVe will validate OpenSea if they go there. But so I'm not sold on the fact that we're going to be able to sell on OpenSea at this point. I don't know if Marvel, what they've got planned as far as allowing it. And if you buy anything off of VeVe and try to bring it in, they've already got something set up that will mark it if it's a fraud. Evidently, you can get taken right now out there outside of VeVe land, and I don't know how. I don't know how you would buy something that's fraudulent, but that's, I guess, what the IP is so important for. Anyway, that's all the info I got. I probably gave you more questions than answers as I learn it, but go here, and let me go to give you the list of my subscriptions, which is over here, and go check out, especially the last couple days of Cavell. He's listening to one of the main founders who's talking about a lot of stuff. Okay, and then here's all the other guys: Hello K, Comics and Crypto, NFT Flenny hasn't put one out in a few days. Orion Crypto Trader, The Gale. This is the Comic Way, VeVe Digital Collectibles, and VeVe Vault. I think this is the guy that gave me the heads up on Red Sonja, however you say it. And a shout out to him. Thank you. I appreciate that, because I was able to go get some before they're sold out. And that's what this is all about: spreading the news, getting everybody up to par, and everybody can make out on this. Okay, just don't go crazy. You can't be spending your rent money on this, because it might be a while before you get your money out. It might be things can come down, they can slow down. Just be smart about it, okay? And I think even if all you've got at this point is one comment, you're in. That's it. And just continue to collect the drops. That's as easy as I can make it. So anyway, that's enough for tonight. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day or nice evening.